Hello, and welcome again to the Executive Room podcast, where we delve deep into the minds of remarkable executives who have shaped the business world with their ideas and actions. I'm your host, Kimberly Afonso, CEO and founder of the KA Consulting Group, and today it's an honor to have Genia join us. Genia is a visionary and revolutionary leader in technology and investment. With a PhD in biochemistry, she is recognized among Eastern Europe's top 60 AI influencers. She spent 13 years as a scientist developing treatments for various things, such as conducting gene modification experiments, advancing Parkinson's research, and with CRISPR and stem differentiation. She founded AI Hub as well, a tech recruitment company that runs AI hackathons and partners with global corporations like Microsoft and Philips. She also runs an investment firm based in Dubai, collaborating with tier one VCs, family offices, and angel syndicates. Her expertise in biotech, deep tech, and community building, combined with her role as a Google community partner, has positioned her as a champion of innovation and social impact. And as an angel investor, she actively supports female-led product companies. So really excited to have her on today with such a vast knowledge and vast experience that we haven't really had on the executive room yet, speaking from everything from investing to having a PhD in biochemistry, which is really impressive. So I'd love to get started with that. Genia, let's start with your PhD in biochemistry. How was your experience, and how has this expertise in the field shaped your career, and how do you apply your scientific background in your investment due diligence today?
First of all, Kimberly, thank you for inviting me. And I think it's a great idea to connect and share expertise in this format. I really like it, and I really appreciate that you invited me. About my career and PhD. So that was the first step in my career. And I would say that during my life, I've built several different careers already, and the science was the first, and that was definitely a calling. And I really wanted, first when I entered the biological department in my life, I definitely knew that okay, I will study here, and I really liked the teacher, the professor who educated me when I was a student in the school. And just because of her, I decided to go to biological department. And I studied for 5 years in university, and then I did my PhD for 4 years. And then after that, it was 3 years of postdoc where I was trying to find a cure for Parkinson's disease. And that was quite a journey, to be quite honest. I really liked the lab where I worked. I was traveling all around the world and met a lot of different scientists all over the world. I participated different conferences in Italy, in Japan, in Slovakia, in the United Kingdom. And that was my first travel experience and first speaking experience, because as a scientist, I had to present my work for the community of scientists. And it's just completely different world. People got supported by grants, governmental grants. When you're a student, organizations that create these conferences support students with bursaries. So I remember that first time in Italy, the organization gave me around 300 euros so that I can fly to this conference and present my work. And it was amazing. And I remember that as a side event, they organized a visit of the house of Machiavelli. So it was always a cultural experience plus science experience. And talking about right now, I think that I'm not using my knowledge in science right now, but definitely in the future, because right now I'm investing more in AI companies, but I'm definitely going to invest in biotech companies. The difference between what I'm doing right now and what I'm planning to do in the future is that the ticket size in biotech is much higher. I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely going there.
That's amazing. And Really, really great that you have, that base as a scientist in the background. I'm sure it's so useful also in what you're doing right now. So you've had a really impressive career so far, founding these two companies, tech recruitment and investment, leading to your being recognized as one of the top influencers in AI in Eastern Europe. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the origins of AI Hub and how you came up with this idea and how it really began?
Yeah, and it's very interesting journey, by the way. I would say that every single move in the career that I've made, it was very intuitive. So I usually say that market washes your business to a certain direction. Let's say my initial idea was that I really wanted to network together with entrepreneurs and scientists and combine two groups of people, because the idea was that I wanted scientists to get more money for the work, and then entrepreneurs to get more science-based ideas. I think that this will be very enriching experience. And I applied the tool that was previously used only for developers, a hackathon. Hackathon is a competition where a lot of people brainstorm on ideas and they develop prototypes. And first, I thought that I will apply it only to neuroscientists, and then data scientists came to my hackathon. And I understood that I can split these two groups in two different tracks of hackathon, one for specifically data science, models, algorithms, corporate data, and then the second is for neurointerfaces, for neuroscientists. And the problem was, or it's not the problem, it's like how it happened, that the first track, which was more for data scientists, it was sponsored much more than the other one, which was for neural interfaces and neuroscientists. And that's how I moved towards the market demand, because uh, like money is usually connected with money demand, right? And businesses who are very popular, they provide the biggest value to the market, and that results in bigger cash flow. So I moved to this direction, and then a lot of corporates started asking me why not to hire winners of these hackathons. So they wanted to, instead of sponsoring my competitions, they wanted just to hire winners of this competition. And that brought me to the next step, which is recruitment business. And some corporates were just asking us, can you please hire us engineers also, let's say in a healthcare industry? And so that's how I came to recruitment business. And I was running it in Europe, and then I moved to United States and opened a company in America. And I started working with all these corporates that you already mentioned.
Amazing. And now I'd love to hear about, your expansion into the investment world. You have your investment firm in the Emirates. You're partnering with tier one VCs, family offices. What inspired you to move to investing? And how do you support the type of investing you're currently doing?
Yeah, it is very, very interesting question. When I read the question when you sent it to me, I was thinking that usually your environment shapes you, right? So um, I'm thinking that for some people, when you ask them, where do you invest? They would say, oh, I'm investing in real estate. And you would probably guess, oh, this is person from Miami, right? Or someone is investing in crypto, and then this person could be from Dubai. I was surrounded by people who have very deep expertise in the venture capital industry, and my surrounding shaped my career and me. And I didn't even think about investing in real estate or in stocks or in crypto. Every single person who was in my community was talking about venture capital. And I just really wanted to learn how it works, because that's definitely very risky, right? And I received, so I passed through several courses. One course was in 2017. It was like very early at my career when I was building a hub at that time. I remember that I finished the course that called How to Close Your Own Venture Capital Fund, something like that. That was my first education. Then after that, I participated amazing program by VC Lab by Founders Institute. This is American program. They usually say that this is not educational program. This is the closing program. It lasts for half a year, led by amazing Adele Resti and Mike. They are just amazing, amazing, amazing. I don't remember anything like that happening to me in life, honestly, because they inspire a lot. And at the same time, they give you a lot of knowledge and plus infrastructure. And the business model is amazing too. So I really enjoy this experience. And so that was also a program for first time GPs. It means for people who want to become general partners of their own venture capital firms. And that was a second step. And then after that, I just started investing and I lost my first money. Obviously, that's part of the game. But then I remember that I posted it on LinkedIn that I invested in this venture capital fund and it's allocating 25% of the capital to women-led companies. And one woman from United Kingdom reached out to me through LinkedIn. Her name is Holly, and she's running the company called Naya. And the initial idea was that they were supporting underrepresented people to find jobs. And I really like the idea because it's very impactful. And also, I really liked the way that Holly positioned herself, her career, and her company. And for me, it was 100% match. And I invested in her company, and I also invited a couple of angels in this syndicate. And then that was my first and good experience. So it's funny because I met one of the co-founders in this company a month ago in Saudi Arabia. They participated at the conference. But yeah, that's how my journey as a VC started.
Amazing, amazing journey. And, you're in such a great part of the world to be, investing. It is one of the, UAE is one of the thriving hubs for innovation and attracting businesses and investors. So, can you share your insights on, what makes the UAE such a great place for investments and also what makes it such a unique place to do business?
Yeah, it's very simple. This country, United Arab Emirates, it's a very small country. It's only 9 million people, but the government is very wise here. I would say that they've done an amazing job to host a lot of experts. So think about that. Out of 9 million people, only 1 million is locals. Yeah. So
Wow.
8 million experts. This is a very unique situation in the world. And previously, this region was very dependent on oil and gas. What they did recently, all of the Gulf countries signed an initiative that is led by government. It calls Vision 2030. This is the vision of the country, how they can transform the economy of the country to become more sustainable. And every single country has their own angle. And specifically, United Arab Emirates created first a lot of free zones. And for American, it's even hard to believe that you can run your business with zero tax. You don't need to pay tax for employees. You need to just pay once a year for license, $5,000, and that's it. It's unbelievable. And several free zones support British law. It means that it's very safe for a lot of countries all over the world for companies to work with companies structured in these free zones. Because in case you do understand how law works, and the lawyer from your, let's say, American company can sort out any single dispute in the law, in the court, in accordance to standards that are acceptable in a lot of countries. And this is step number one. Step number two is that they decided to invest in sustainability, in entertainment, in 3D printing, in HR tech, in space tech. and then definitely in healthcare. And there is a lot of fintech startups here. So all the key industries are also supported by government and by all other architecture, like pieces of puzzle pieces of the ecosystem. Let's say institutional funds, accelerators, corporate venture capital funds, and private investors like family offices and also angel investors. So that's exactly why this ecosystem is so attractive for a lot of people.
Incredible. And it's somewhere that I myself as have always had my eye on. I always have had good experiences whenever I've gone to the UAE. You have everything at your fingertips. It's, I'm sure, an incredible place to live. So I'd love to hear now about your next venture, which focuses on connecting women from the USA to investment opportunities in the UAE. Could you share more about this initiative? What inspired it, and what impact do you hope to make for these female investors and entrepreneurs?
Yeah. So, small disclaimer: I am just starting this initiative. Probably, it's just in ideation stage, but I'm definitely going there. I'm super committed. And the reason why I decided, and I actually noticed this gap because of several things. But the main one is that I'm investing in companies, right? I have a portfolio of 7 companies so far and a couple of venture capital funds. And I participated the investment summit of one venture capital fund in California, in San Francisco, in November. I invested in them a year ago, and I was the only woman investor in the room out of probably 40 different other people, including some of them who had Wikipedia page. And I was thinking, why it is happening? And when I started talking about that with some of my male investors, friends, they said, yes, by the way, when we raise capital from women, from wealthy women, some of them said, no one is working with us. So no one is actually reaching out to us and no one is inviting us to sit at this table. And I was thinking that most of my circle, women, they're either investing in real estate, or they're investing in stocks, or they are donating money to charities, or they are entrepreneurs. And they're very hands on and very controlling, right, in their businesses. And I was thinking that I don't know a lot of, let's say, angel investors, and much more like rarely, I would say, people, women who are investing in venture capital funds. And that's very interesting for me because it is very safe to invest in venture capital fund. So imagine if you're investing in a company, it's either they will succeed or not, right? But when you're investing in a fund as limited partner, so they call us, you're investing in a portfolio, let's say 10 deals or 100 deals, depends on the strategy of the fund. And if one company is not successful, then the other company is successful. And good venture capital funds usually bring you at least 3x to your invested capital. And I was thinking, I really want to talk to more women, wealthy women in my region and also in America, those who are investing through syndicate. And I want to create my own syndicate and invite women who want to multiply their capital through different strategies. Exactly how I'm building for myself. I'm investing in early stage, or I'm a part of syndicate, or I'm a part of venture capital funds. It's all venture capital industry, but with different risk and return ratio. And this is my next idea. I'm planning to launch the syndicate summer 2025. I'm talking to a lot of people who would support me here in the region. People who are daughters of sheikhs, sisters of wealthy men, or women entrepreneurs who are investing their own capital, princesses. That's the community in Gulf. And also really want them to introduce to famous American LPs or famous American women investors who are investing generation after generation, and they already get used to it. They already know how to work with their money. And I think that would be quite an exchange.
Incredible. I think that's going to really make a splash, and it's something so necessary, especially in the community. There really aren't many places. I can imagine, like you said, what you saw at that event is that inspired you is you didn't see many women in the room, so you're really making the room. So incredible. I'd love to, hear now. You've spoken about businesses that you've done and who you've collaborated with in the US, Europe, UAE. How would you compare the different business environments in these regions, and what do you think are the challenges and opportunities that you've encountered in each one?
Uh, yeah, so when I was preparing for this podcast, I remember one story. It's like an anecdote. I decided to meet with one person. He came from United Kingdom to Abu Dhabi here, where I live, and invited me for a meeting. And he said, "Let's meet 10 to 10." It was written 10 or 10:30. And I thought, oh, he's inviting me to meet somewhere between 10 or 10:30. And so I came 10:30. And at this moment, he already left.
Oh,
So for
wow.
him, he invited me for a 30-minute meeting that's supposed to start at 10 and finish at 10:30, right? And for
Oh,
me, just because I live in Abu Dhabi and we're very flexible with timing here because time doesn't exist in this region. For me it was like, oh, like, I'm flexible to come in the between 10 and 10:30. Yeah, but that's a joke. But in reality, I would say that working culture in Saudi Arabia and in America is very similar, very thriving ecosystem and very goal oriented mindset. Like achievers, go getters, this type of people. And it's really very comfortable to work with these people because you understand that they keep their word and they are very ambitious. And I really enjoy working with these two groups of people, and most of my team consists of either Americans or Saudis. I also have experience of working with Emiratis and also with some Europeans. Some of my clients were from Europe and from United Kingdom. I think that right now I see more and more collaboration between Europe and Middle East, or between United Kingdom and Middle East. There is a lot of people are moving here. I see that there is some articles out there that a lot of millionaires from UK moved to Dubai. That's definitely because of tax regime, I would say. Yeah, and everyone are different, but some similarities you can find some similarities. Yes.
and that was an amazing story. I know, myself as well, being from the US, but living in mostly Southern Europe. I've seen those cultural things with time and time again. So that was a really good one. And I'd love to focus now a little bit more on your values and your key leadership principles. So, what are really the principles that have shaped your approach to building businesses? And, tell us a little bit more about your values and yeah, how you get involved in all of the things you do, because you get involved in a lot of interesting things that I think we can all learn from.
Yes. So I think that I'm building usually so in every single business that I've built, most of the people who I hired were very proactive and very independent. That's why in every single business that I built and in every single team, sometimes I like lean towards hire contractors. And for service business, this is the key because most of the clients they really want to get like very sophisticated approach in sorting out their issues in the business. And that's why for me what really works is that I hire people from Upwork from all over the world. I ask them to pass several stages of interviews, And then when they join my team, I usually ask them to work autonomously. And then we definitely have one call per day where we synchronize and share some ideas and exchange knowledge and help each other. But the rest of the day, we usually work independently, everyone, and that is my own specifics. I cannot babysit people. I know that some people really um, develop completely opposite environment in the team, and this is just my thing. I prefer to work like that, and that exactly what makes me super effective, because I can start several projects at once. I can lead several clients and contracts with clients, and that is exactly how I can be more effective.
Great insight. And, I think that as well as I'm running a remote company, the autonomous leadership that each person needs is something that I've seen over the years that I think is really related to what you said. When someone is a contractor, usually they're used to working on their own, they know how to get things done. And, it's something I've seen myself that it's usually a win-win situation when it is that type of relationship. So that's a great insight for our
Yeah,
listeners.
yeah. I also want to add that I really like to hire different people from different cultures. Let's say right now I have a team where someone is living in the United States, another person is living in South Africa, third person is in the United Kingdom. I live here in Gulf in Abu Dhabi and travel very often in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And by that, we usually say that we work 24/7 because we're in different time zones. And also, that gives us the understanding of every single client in the world. Let's say we can work with American company because we also have part of the team Americans, and they know the mentality, the working culture. Or let's say I live here and I learned the mentality and the culture of Arabs, and it also help us to understand them as well. So that really makes the company more stable.
Yes. Incredible. It's the round the clock model. It's something one of my clients calls it the around the sun model because you have
Wow.
someone every hour of the day. So yeah, I can relate to that because my team is exactly the same. We cover the full 24 hours. So and clients love that. So I completely agree with you. I'd love to, end the podcast. We're getting towards the end of our time. This is all about executive leadership on this podcast. We're always talking about personal branding. One of the main reasons, in addition to your profile, that I wanted to have you on is because you do have a great online presence. You have a great LinkedIn, and a lot of your content serves to inspire and mentor others. So, what advice would you give to other investors, executives, people, who are leaders who want to be active online? What is your approach to managing your LinkedIn, and what would you advise others, especially those who are potentially not active right now?
I would say that for me, LinkedIn works the best. I tried several different platforms, and algorithms of LinkedIn promote my content in the best way possible. And everything that I have in my life, I have just because of LinkedIn. My team, my clients, my network, and I really love LinkedIn platform because every single time when I'm in the conference somewhere in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai or in Riyadh, people approach me. They usually say, "Hey, Genia, we really like your content," and I feel that something that I'm doing is bringing value to my community. And this is, I know that people are motivated by different things. Some people, I would say that there is this like theory that people divide in three groups. Some of them are love motivated, and other money motivated, and some of them power motivated. For those who are power motivated, to become an influencer on LinkedIn is amazing. And also for those who are love motivated, it's also the same because people give back when you share your content and share your expertise. And also for those who are money motivated, LinkedIn is generating you great revenue. So I would highly recommend for every single person who is listening to us to start sharing content on LinkedIn because it really gets the best ROIs of your energy and time.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I couldn't agree more, but, I'm biased because, we help people with that every day. So it's great when I hear that from the outside. So I'd love to end with a personal story. We were reading when we were thinking of what to ask you that you swam across the Bosphorus, which is crazy, amazing achievement, covering 6.5 kilometers in 1 hour, 16 minutes. Wow, amazing. Uh, would love to hear about this. What motivated you to take on this challenge? And yeah, does swimming impact the rest of your life? Are you a really big swimmer? Would love to hear about, these practices and how they affect you.
Yes, so for people who don't know where is Bosphorus, it's in Turkey, and it's the space between Asia and Europe. Yes, and what motivated me that I actually ran a very big project. I was organizing AI conference in 2018 in December, and it was very, very difficult for me. And I understood that I'm a sprinter. I really like to run short projects for a month, and I cannot push for a long time, and especially when there is a lot of difficulties. And I thought I really need to build this muscle where I can go through a lot of obstacles and um, like fail, fail, fail every single day until I win. And once I was just swimming in the swimming pool, and I had a coach at that time. He was training me, and in the parallel like space in the swimming pool, there was a guy, and he was just making circles and again and again. And I asked my coach, "What is he doing?" He said, "He's preparing for this open water competition in Bosphorus." And I thought, such a beautiful goal. And I decided, okay, I'm definitely doing that. And for the next half a year, I was swimming every single day. I hated myself and I hated this process. And also, it was very difficult when I was flying. I remember that at that time, I participated in the conference in America at San Jose, NVIDIA GTC, and I had to swim every single day. And in the end, it was such an amazing experience because I met a lot of people. I accomplished this goal. I didn't win this competition because I'm not professional, right? But I was somewhere right in the middle, and I really like my result. And I think that for me, it's life changing experience. And since then, I really love swimming. And swimming is like a meditation for me. If I really need some insights, I just can go swimming. I feel super safe underwater. And yeah, it's just something that I I'm so enjoying right now in my life. And it's definitely an added value to every single process. It um, just works with my nervous system amazing, and it shapes my body as well. So I highly recommend for every single entrepreneur to try it.
Amazing. Do you swim in Abu Dhabi in the like ocean or in like a pool or both?
We are very spoiled here. We have swimming pool at every single building, and I have a
Oh,
swimming pool on my rooftop. Yes, so any time when I want to start my day with 15 minute swim, I just go on my rooftop, and then any time of the year it's open for you.
incredible. Another reason to love the Emirates. So, thank you, Genia, for joining us today. It was great to have you. Thanks for all of your insights, and until next time.